This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
The first match on the card, it's Hunter Hearst Helmsley retaining the Intercontinental title, pinning Goldust in 16 minutes, 50 seconds. Helmsley was accompanied by Curtis Hughes, who was referred to as both Curtis Hughes and Mr. Hughes, and referred to as Helmsley's butler as opposed to his bodyguard. During the pregame show, when Doc Hendricks was running down the participants in the Rumble and mentioned Goldust, he was heavily booed, as he was during his ring introduction. So the turn hasn't quite gotten over like they thought. There was also a big babyface pop for Helmsley winning the match. After Goldust missed an elbow off the top, Mr. Hughes threw the belt to Helmsley. Hughes distracted the ref, and Helmsley kissed Marlena. Triple H getting a little lip action there on Marlena. Goldust beat Helmsley to the punch and clocked him with the belt, but as the ref was doing the count, Hughes pulled Helmsley out of the ring. Goldust then slammed Marlena's cigar in Hughes' face, but this allowed Helmsley to recover, and he hit the pedigree for the win. Helmsley has potential. This is hilarious to read right now because this is written in this time. He has potential, JR, but at this point, he's being pushed only on potential and politics, and because he's got a good head of hair. His work is only slightly better than average, and his interviews and persona are below average. 2 stars. Meltzer really critical of Helmsley here. Was it just potential and politics why he was being pushed, Jim?
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, it's better for this conversation to say, oh, yeah, man, it blew up their locker room. I mean, my God, you've never seen any controversy like this. It was horrible. No, I'm sorry. Let's rewind that one. I knew he was going to be a star. If you couldn't figure that out, you're just being unobjective and being a typical paranoid wrestler. He was going to take some spots because he was willing to put in the work to see that got done. Some of his mannerisms and how he navigated the political waters were not universally accepted by a lot of guys that the Triple H's power base affected. But was he? I totally disagree with Meltzer on that one.
He would become the cerebral assassin, man, and whether you love him or hate him, he had some of the best matches out there. I mean, he became a star for sure. So there you go.
He was a great heel.
Yeah,
and he ended up being an excellent worker. If people that don't like Paul Levesque's work, it's because of politics.
Yeah,
you can't tell me he was a bad worker. That's bullshit. Come on, if you don't like him, just say you don't like him, and no matter how good he gets, I'm not going to like him. But that's how I looked at that scenario. But he always had great potential because he was always going to be prepared and educated. And I always thought he had great abilities. And some of his best matches were, as that heel that was continuing to advance and to grow. So. But I thought he had a lot of talent.
2 more follow-up questions on this one. Mr. Hughes, he returns here. How does Curtis make his way back into the company? Do you recall?
Well, he had a great look. I mean, my God, he was 6'4", and 300 pounds. Former football player at Kansas State. He was that athletic, son of a gun. And when Curtis could master his sleep disorder, and people were worried about it because he'd fall asleep at a drop of a hat. Since we're on the themes of hats here today, seemingly, Curtis was, he got back because there was something there. You think, well, if we can just get some of his little issues, things, picadillos eliminated or addressed. You can't find too many 300-pounders that athletic that, that's affordable and sitting on your front porch waiting on his break.
That's right. Lastly, question here. Goldust. Okay, you're thinking late 90s. This is 97. We talked about his character and how it was played off as a good heel at this point. Is he just not capable because of how well he did with it as a heel of really being a true babyface at this point, JR, in this time, in this era?
You're talking about Curtis?
No, I'm transitioning to Goldust. Is he just not capable at this point of being?
It just takes
babyface?
It's going to take some time, just like society.
Yeah.
So it's going to take some time to accept others' beliefs without bringing your own version of politics involved in it. Whereas how ridiculous is this? If you don't believe like I do, then you're wrong.
Right.
No matter what. And something as touchy and as the theories on homosexuality, it's a lightning rod. Some people are going to like it and some people are not. It's a very complex topic to talk about. And that's what those are the waters that we were entering, to make the brand more universal, to make it more realistic, and move on.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.